Hi, my name is Joel Solomon. I'm a prosperity coach, and this is Tony Veer. He's a relationship coach. Let's talk about money. Have you guys had a conversation about money? Have you ever had a conversation with your partner about money? Did you have a conversation before you got into the relationship? How did it go? Great? Bad? Not so great? Not so bad? Did you have a conversation at all? Why or why not? You want to continue, Tony?
Yeah, so if you didn't do it, then what was you hiding? What was going on for you? How do you feel about that? Like, how did it affect your relationship? If you're not going to have those conversations, how do you think your relationship is going to go? Joe?
Yeah, I guess the question is, how can you not have the conversation and expect to blend your lives together and have it be fulfilling? Blending your lives together by blending opinions, attitudes, your experiences, your abilities, your knowledge, and your desires. And look, you need to blend money too. Everything is impacted by money. And if you don't know each other, how can you have that great relationship?
How could you say that you love this person when you don't know everything about them? Or maybe they're hiding something, or you're hiding something, or you're both hiding something, and now you got this big elephant in the room, and you think everything is going to go, because, it's supposed to go, right?
Right. So, what are you hiding? What are you running away from or avoiding? Do you have some shame around money? Maybe you were brought up to have some fear about investing, or have this poverty consciousness or scarcity mindset, which, to be open with you guys, it's happened a lot with clients of mine. Maybe you feel frustrated or you feel incompetent. You don't feel like no one's taught you about money, so how can you feel competent around money? So then the question becomes, how can you have a discussion to overcome these limiting beliefs? Because they really are limiting beliefs that you have around money. You can have empowering beliefs, or you can have limiting beliefs. And when you're hiding, when you're fearful, when you have this poverty consciousness, you have limiting beliefs. And to truly know each other fully, to really know each other, you have to be able to open up to each other about money. That's the only way that you can really consciously create a relationship, right?
I was about to go there,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't know each other and you don't know what's great about each other, then it's going to be really hard for you to live a life together. It's one thing to admire them because they are a good person and there's a lot of chemistry. It's another thing to know how to work with somebody because they're good at this and you're good at that, and you know how to blend those two skill sets together. Or even more, this person is not good at this, I need to help them or find another way to handle that thing that they're not good at, so that they don't feel like a loser and you don't have to struggle with that other stuff. So consciously creating your relationship is about looking at what is it that you're actually coming together around. See, there's no such thing as two relationships that could possibly ever be the same. So you actually have to understand things like, your habits, your skill sets, your trainings, your experience, your resources, and how to bring that together, family, all of that stuff. So if you don't constantly create your relationship, you're just, living in the Cinderella syndrome, hoping it works.
Yeah, and I know you talk about this a lot because certain things are emotional, certain things are unemotional. So do you want to talk about the acronym you use, the part business, part baby?
Yes. Yes.
Description?
Yes. So in relationships, what I've discovered is that relationships are three-dimensional. There's you, there's your partner, there's the space in between. And the space in between is called the relationship. And the relationship, believe it or not, is two-dimensional. It is part emotional, part unemotional, and you need to know the difference. And so I call it part business, part baby. And I call it that way because the part baby part is like emotions. You can never really take your eyes off the emotions. And the part business, you really need to take your emotions away from it so you can see it clearly and objectively. Because if you own a business and you start getting emotional about how they're not making enough sales, oh, nobody likes me, they're not buying any furniture from me, what the heck, right? No, that's never going to help you make any sales. So you actually have to take your emotions out of the things that are not naturally emotional so that you can actually function and deal with it and know the difference in your relationships. So what you want to be able to see is where the areas in your relation where you really have to pay more attention to the emotional side, because the emotional side is like a baby. You don't, even when you're sleeping, you know that baby's gonna cry any second, and you ready. Just because you're not awake don't mean you're not ready. So you want to look at what parts of your relationship are fully emotional and be responsible for that. You want to also look at the areas of your life that have nothing to do with emotions and be responsible for taking the emotions out. Because when we get a car accident, that's non-emotional,
right?
But we bring all of our emotions to that car accident, right? So the same thing with a flat tire, plumbing in the house, and things of that nature. You want to know that stuff. So once you understand that, it's much easier to be able to operate and take care of the relationship. And the reason is because our emotional relationship to money affects our emotional relationship to relationships. So wherever we have fear, scarcity, blind spots around money, it's going to be in our relationships and vice versa.
So I think the first thing we want to do, we recommend that you do when this video is over, is make a list of things that are naturally emotional in nature, such as relating to each other, such as spending quality time with each other, sharing yourselves with each other,
listening to each other,
and then make a list of things that are naturally unemotional. You know, things like cleaning your house or car breakdowns or plumbing. And after you make your list, notice how many things on your list are unemotional, and then notice how many things on your list are emotional, both for you and your partner. And use what you've learned from your list to show where your strengths are and where your improvement opportunities are in the relationship, and of course where the strengths are and improvement opportunities are with money.
Right.
And what we say is, how you do anything
is how you do everything.
So let this video help you figure out where you're on the same page with your partner so that you can consciously create the relationship you want. And I think you have a certain saying, relationship you want with the...
Yes. So what is available by knowing what you know around with your partner and knowing the things that you don't know, understanding each other's 80-20 skill set, and actually being able to implement them will have you able to create the relationship of your dreams with the partner of your dreams. So all you're doing is your favorite things in your favorite places with your favorite person for the rest of your lives.
Right.
And if you could actually see and free yourself from the money triggers, from your blind spots, from misappropriating your emotions and putting it over here when it should be over there, then when you know how to keep that from happening, you're just going to be happier and happier each year.
So to conclude, I just want to point out a couple things. One favorite saying of mine is, to know and not to do is not to know. And so I teach my clients this. You may get in all this information, but you're not taking action on it. It's just like you don't know it. And another item I wanted to leave you guys with is the greatest experts in the world, when they go to a workshop or seminar or webinar, see a video, listen to an audio, are looking for just one tidbit, one takeaway. And if they get that one takeaway, they're good. They're like, wow, this is great. So hopefully you got at least one takeaway from this video today to enhance everything that you have in your relationship. And hopefully you did. So we'd love to get a comment, to hear back from you from those lists that you put together. What did you learn from the list? And what things you learned to further enhance your relationship. So thanks for watching. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Yep. See you later.